Well, obviously a great win, really another great win. This game felt a lot like the Creighton game, where we had just an amazing crowd. Our crowd is incredible. A big reason why we're 7-0 is just how difficult it is for our opponent to come into the Cintas Center and win. With our student section back and just the crowd, it feels big time. And I think everybody feels it. Both teams that play it, our guys feed off of it, and our crowd was amazing today. So I'd like to thank everybody for doing that and being here, and it was a lot of fun, because we ended up on the winning side. Either team could have won that game. It was just really a great game. I would just say, assessing the game, it's unlike a lot of games we played this year in that, at halftime we struggled defensively in the first half, had zero answers for Tyler Kolek. He's one heck of a player. But we really fixed it in the second half. And I would say that the reason that we won the game was the distinct difference in our defense in the second half versus the first. And all that does is makes me ask our guys, why can't we do that more often, right? Because I think everybody here knows that is one of college basketball's best offensive teams. I mean, they score at a rate that's, scary, and they do an amazing job. There's not an easy guy to defend out there. The pace they play at puts a lot of pressure on you. So for us to do that in the second half, I think says a lot about our team and gives me hope that we can continue to develop, on the defensive end.
I feel like we've been talking about defense all year, and there have been stretches. There were against Creighton, there were against UConn, where you have a few minutes where you really shut down the opponent. Tonight it was a whole half. So are you feeling like you're starting to see the progression that you've been working on all year?
We've been inching towards being better. Have we gotten better by leaps and bounds? Absolutely not. But we are kind of in a quiet way behind our offense, getting a little bit better here and there. And Desmond Claude and Jerome Hunter have a lot to do with that when they come in the game. They help us in a lot of ways, but they really help us on defense. The two other things that I just have to talk about, the disadvantage for Marquette, because they have such, quickness and skill on the court, they're not a great rebounding team. And they sometimes struggle in that area. And one of the things we are hoping to do is get second shots against them. And Jack Nungy had 8 offensive rebounds. That's back-to-back Big East games that he had 8 offensive rebounds. I mean, his effort was incredible today. He was on the floor. He saved one ball in front of our bench. His defense in the second half was a big part of it. But, you look at 13 rebounds, about 8 offensive rebounds. We had 17 offensive rebounds. So our advantage over Marquette, we really took advantage of. And sometimes it looks like you can do something, but you don't do it. We did that. Big storyline in the game is our 45 rebounds to their 32. So we rebounded. And then, the last part is their pressure is really good. They turn you over. They lead our league in steals. And we were able to play the entire second half with 3 turnovers. We had 10 for the game. So you start going through that. We won the rebounding battle 45-32. We played the entire game with 10 turnovers. And I think our second half defense was maybe as good as we've been. All that came to just a really hard-fought win against a very, very good team. Marquette is an excellent team.
What was it defensively in the second half? I think you put Colby on Kolek. Was there anything else that you guys did differently, or was it just caring a little bit more and raising the intensity, raising the level?
I believe raising the level. Jerome Hunter played a lot of minutes in the second half, but he helped us. His presence out there, he made us quicker. But they weren't able to get to the rim as easy. There was a couple things in the first half. We broke down our coverage, just gave them, layups. Tyler Kolek, in the first half, I believe this. He reminds me so much of a player that I once coached, T.J. McConnell, who's still in the NBA. And what he means to Marquette's team is you can't take that lightly. I mean, he is a terrific player, but he had 20 points at the half, and we did switch our matchup. But I think just overall, we did a better job of defending the drive, defending the ball. Yeah.
Another game, another opportunity to talk about Sule. I think it was 68-68. He hits a three to break that tie. 72-72. He hits that mid-range jumper. Like, what are your thoughts on? I mean, he scored 9 points in the last 3 minutes of this game.
Yeah, he's so accurate as a shooter. Baseline jump shot, free throw, deep three, off the dribble. He's got a repertoire that's just not many guards have, and he's super confident. I'm going to tell you, I'm not necessarily sitting here waiting for him to miss a free throw, but it's hard to make every one. It really is, because it's not like he's going to the line in the first few minutes of the game. We're talking about make the free throw to win it. Those types, and they're difficult to make, but he's so confident from the line. I thought his 4 free throws, and then AK went to the line one time, and he made both of his. So 6 in a row down the stretch. We needed all 6.
I know they don't give out trophies for a 7-0 start in conference play, but that's not an easy thing to do, what you guys have done to start the year in conference play. How good do you feel about the team's positioning right now to be this far into conference play with still an undefeated record?
We feel great. I mean, there's no reason for us not to acknowledge that 7-0 is something to be proud of. I don't care who we play, where we play it. The Big East Conference is one of America's best conferences, top to bottom. It's not easy to win a home game or a road game, and all we can do is just continue to stay on course. We play at DePaul on Wednesday. We have a pretty quick turnaround, and I know they're a very dangerous team, and we just have to be ready. What we've done well is we've not overlooked a game. We've just kind of stayed and dealt with what's in front of us, and that becomes the key for us. You don't wait to lose. Just like Sule doesn't wait to miss, our team has to just stay on point and prepare and work and be the best we can be every game. And, for example, if today we didn't win, as disappointing as that would have been, we still have to go to DePaul on Wednesday, and that next game becomes what we're in charge of. So 20-game season, that's the other part. It's a challenge for every coach and every team. It always sounds good, but it's a grind. 10 at home, 10 on the road. So we're really excited about where we're at, and we got a big week ahead of us, and hopefully we can just keep growing. That second half defense, we're trying to package that up, take that on a plane with us, and hopefully when we show up against DePaul, we have that with us.